Hello everyone and welcome to the GameTime Sports Show on Duquesne Student TV, Duquesne Student Radio, and the GameTime Sports YouTube channel. My name is Brendan Flato. I'm excited to bring you today's show. We've got a lot to cover today with topics including a disastrous hockey rink at the Olympics, ESPN Plus extending commercial breaks, a sit-down interview with one of the newest Division I football commits, a look inside the Pittsburgh Steelers playoff tailgates, and much more. We start our show with today's version of the Untelevised. We will take a deep dive into the issues with this year's Olympic hockey rink, as well as break down how ESPN Plus is scamming its viewers. Olympic organizers are 100% confident the NHL won't pull out of the Milan Cortina Olympic Games with the new ice hockey rink finally ready, or almost. Construction delays and other concerns about the Santa Aguila Ice Arena have drawn headlines for weeks ahead of the NHL players' much-anticipated return to the Winter Games. Fans aren't only concerned about the rink. The NHL has expressed concern about the construction and quality of the ice surface. NHL Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly said last month in Winnipeg that the league would not send its players if there were any safety concerns. When Andrea Frzenzi, the chief games operating officer for the Milan Cortina Olympics, was asked on Friday how confident he was the NHL players would participate, he said 100%. 100%. IOC Sports Director Pierre Dursey echoed his sentiments, saying, "I'm very confident they will be here, and it's going to be extremely exciting." Dursey continued saying, "We're excited to have them coming back. 12 years, there was a lot of hard work from a lot of people to make sure this happens." So yeah, you will have NHL players here in February, and it's going to be amazing. The NHL is expected to release a statement at the end of its visit to the new arena with a delegation at a long-awaited test event over the next 3 days. With the first match of the test event, a game played between Italian professional teams, was briefly delayed to fix what organizers were calling a small hole in the ice. Yes, a hole in the ice. A spokesperson from the Milan Cortina Organization Committee told the Associated Press that the ice master Don Moffitt, who works for the Colorado Avalanche, was happy with the ice surface and reassured them that this was a completely normal occurrence that can happen the first time ice is skated on. Florian Weiser, who played in the game, posted to social media, "It was a small hole that was fixed in 5 minutes. It was really good. I was surprised how good it was, and it will only get better." The original test event was scheduled for December didn't happen because of construction delays. The one played this past week, less than a month out from the women's competition, was less than a month out from when the women's competition is set to begin. On Friday, the arena was obviously far from complete, in a cosmetic sense at least. Seats were missing, and there was an abundance of plastic sheeting, but organizers said those were just the finishing touches. On Monday, the International Ice Hockey Federation president Luc Tardif said parts of the arena might not be fully finished on time. Dursey, on the other hand, said there is no chance at all it won't be ready for competition. Tardif will spend the next 3 days here. He's going to have an opportunity to see the plans, to see the hockey going on. But from our perspective, it's clear, Dursey said. We know exactly where the venue would be at this stage, and we are pleased with the progress. The men's Olympic hockey tournament is scheduled to begin on February 11th and last until the 22nd, and the women's hockey tournament will begin on February 5th and last until the 19th. Fans who have recently watched sporting events on the new ESPN app may have unknowingly run into issues that are causing them to fall behind during the live programming. At least that's the proposition that was floated by the discerning eye of DJ Bean, the host of the hockey podcast What Chaos, and on-air personality for NBC Sports Boston. Bean theorized on a recent episode of What Chaos that the commercial breaks on the ESPN app are actually longer than the breaks on linear television. But instead of cutting back to live action in the middle of a commercial, the ESPN app is playing through its entire allotment of ads. then returning to the game as if the commercial break ended and the broadcast had just resumed. By the end of the game, this could cause viewers to be minutes behind live action. I believe ESPN Plus is inserting ads that can be longer than the broadcast commercial breaks. This eventually makes viewers' feeds no longer live, and they don't know that unless they manually check, Bean suggests. He then goes on to document his experience watching a hockey game on the app. During the first period, his feed is live, but then jump to the third period. After numerous breaks, Bean's feed is no longer live, and he has to fast forward through a minute of game time to return to live action. His co-host, Pete Blackburn, concurred that the same thing happened to him during a recent ESPN Plus stream. Such issues are problematic for a numerous amount of reasons. If a viewer streams several minutes behind real time, they risk getting big moments spoiled by glancing at social media or seeing a text message come through on their phone. There is also the gambling aspect. As more people decide to live bet on games, unknowingly watching a stream that is several minutes behind could put someone at a huge disadvantage. There is also the simple, justifiable expectation that if you tune into a live sporting event, that live is happening as close to live on your screen as technically possible. That's how it has been for decades, and there's no reason that the streaming era should be any different. If the issues experienced by Bean and Blackburn are as widespread as they believe, it could be an indictment on ESPN's brand new direct-to-consumer app, which launched just last month. The company has marketed the app as a revolution in how sports fans consume the sports, touting its personalization and new technologies as key pillars of the experience. However, if the app is failing at the most basic level, delivering live sports events to fans, none of the other features matter. I personally have experienced issues trying to watch college sporting events on ESPN+. After facing public scrutiny, ESPN said in a statement to media outlet Awful announcing that they are aware of the problem, which is occurring on certain connected TV platforms, and is looking at ways to improve the user experience. On select smart TVs, the ESPN app video player is designed to return buffering streams to the point of interruption, ensuring viewers do not miss any content due to latency issues. However, this behavior also applies to ad breaks. When the video player takes time to populate ads, or if there is buffering time between ads, this can cause users to return the live action late, which can accumulate over time. It's up to the viewer to decide if they believe this statement from ESPN, and not think that ESPN is just trying to make a couple more bucks on advertisements. Personally, I wouldn't put a stunt like this past them. Up next is the first ever Duquesne Sports Update. In this segment, we will take a look at specific Duquesne sporting events. This week, we will take a look at Duquesne hockey team's dominating weekend against Towson University. Coming into the series, it looked as if this weekend set would be very competitive between the two sides. With both teams posting similar results against common opponents, it wouldn't shock anyone that this would be a close matchup. The Dukes came into this one after an 8-3 road victory over Mercyhurst in conference play and a non-conference weekend split with the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Towson, on the other hand, came into this weekend after a 1-1 weekend, defeating Georgetown but falling to Villanova the next day in conference play. Ahead of Game 1, the Dukes added Austin Peterson to their roster, who would quickly make his impact known on the ice. In Game 1, Duquesne got on the board early when senior captain Max Medallo scored on Towson netminder Luke Schaub. After goals from Killian Flock and another from Medallo, the Dukes went into the first intermission leading 3-0. Duquesne got things going again in the second with goals from Dom Casali, Alex Golden, and Austin Peterson, who netted his first goal in his first game as a Duke. As the Dukes continued their offensive success, transfer goalie Nick Gagne impressed in net, turning away all 30 of Towson's shots on goal. In the third period, it was much of the same as Ethan George, Noah Hurt, and Olszewski each netted goals for the Dukes. In Saturday's rematch, things only got worse for Towson. After the first 10 minutes, during which the Tigers dominated and consistently got offensive zone pressure, things suddenly changed in favor of the Dukes. Duquesne put up 3 goals in the first, 2 in the second, and an impressive 5 goals in the third period. Ethan Senzinen got the start in net for the Dukes, making great saves on multiple occasions to preserve the shutout. Aside from the 2 big wins, members of the Dukes recently hit major milestones. The recent 5-2 win over Lehigh marked win number 102 for Coach Conrad Waite, which now makes him the winningest coach in school history. Coach Conrad is in his 9th season at the helm of the Dukes and is a 2-time CHMA Coach of the Year award winner. And finally, in the second game against Lehigh, senior captain Max Medallo surpassed the 100 games played mark. So congratulations to Coach Conrad and Max Medallo. Next up for the Dukes is the trip to Rochester, New York for a weekend series with the RIT Tigers. The Indiana University of Pennsylvania men's hockey team wrapped up an impressive first semester, establishing themselves as one of the top programs in the ACHA with consistent performances, marquee wins, and standout individual efforts. This is where we head for our PA College Sports Update. IUP finished the first half of the season with an impressive 18-2-2 record, good for second overall in the nation. The Crimson Hawks put the league on notice with an 8-0 start, setting the tone early, proving their depth and competitiveness against a demanding schedule. Their success has been reflected in the national rankings, which currently has IUP ranked 4th in the country, demonstrating respect from across the league. In conference play, IUP currently sits at 1st in the CHMA, posting key wins against Kent State, West Virginia, Duquesne, and Mercyhurst, as well as Robert Morris. The Crimson Hawks' only CHMA setback came in a tightly contested 6-5 shootout loss against John Carroll University, underscoring how competitive conference play has been so far this season. One of the most memorable moments of the semester came during the program's annual parents' trip, highlighted by the dad's trip against Duquesne. Playing with added motivation and energy, IUP delivered a dominant 4-0 shutout victory, making it a weekend to remember players and families alike. Beyond the conference success, IUP made a statement nationally with several big wins over non-conference opponents such as the University of Rhode Island, Syracuse University, and Westchester University. These victories have further solidified the Crimson Hawks as a legitimate national contender. Offensively, IUP has been led by a dynamic duo up front. Jace Rarick and Shane Miller are tied for the team lead in scoring, each recording 35 points. Rarick tallied 21 goals and had 14 assists, while Miller closely follows with 20 goals and 15 assists, providing consistent offensive production night after night. Between the pipes, IUP has benefited from strong and reliable goaltending. Shane Parama posted 10 wins and one shootout loss with a 3.0 goals against average and an .899 save percentage, while Connor Helpart compiled 8 wins, 2 losses, and 1 shutout loss, along with an impressive 2.89 goals against average and a .913 save percentage. With a dominant record and national recognition and contributions throughout the lineup, IUP men's hockey has put together a first half to remember. As the Crimson Hawks turn the page to the second half of the season, they open the second semester against Lawrence Tech in a unique and exciting challenge, playing a pair of outdoor games on January 9th and 10th. After back-to-back one-goal losses, IUP looks to turn the page and build momentum and continue its push to be one of the top teams in the ACHA. For today's PA Pro Sports Update, I will be hitting the road and heading over to the lots at Acrisure Stadium ahead of the Pittsburgh Steelers playoff matchup with the Houston Texans. Let's now send it down the river to the North Shore. All right, and we are out here in the parking lots at Acrisure Stadium ahead of tonight's Houston Texans versus Pittsburgh Steelers playoff game. We're going to be talking to the Steelers, Texans fans, everyone out here at the tailgates. So let's go see what they have to say. All right, where are you guys from?
Houston.
Houston? All right, what are you guys thoughts on the game tonight?
It's cold. It's not that cold. No, I mean, it's going to be a great game. Both teams have really great defenses. Both teams have quarterbacks that can fail and can succeed really well. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be if the defense can get to the quarterback, whether it's you or me.
Yeah. I think our defense is going to have a good time.
So I think that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a defensive game. The over-under 38?
Yep.
I mean, I think it's an under. So
There's some Steelers fans who are saying that Aaron Rodgers is going to torture guys' defense, even though it's #1 ranked. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, you do have DK Metcalf, possibly one of the best wide receivers in the league. So anything can happen.
I don't think so.
I see. There you go.
I'm not a Steelers fan. I don't think that.
No,
But
we'll see.
some Steelers fans might
It's
think
gonna be a good
that.
game.
I think it's going to be a great game. So
All right, where are you guys from?
Eden, North Carolina.
Eden, North Carolina.
Nice, nice. What are you guys' thoughts of the game?
I think it's gonna be really close. Both defenses pretty good. My final score prediction is like 23-17 Pittsburgh.
Yeah, same thing. Going to be a pretty close game. I think the final score going to be 20-17 Pittsburgh all the way.
How long have you guys been Steelers fans?
We're born into it. Our dad was a diehard Steelers fan because, growing up in the 70s, all you had was Dallas, Pittsburgh, and like watching it on TV on the East Coast to watch. So
Yeah, same. Grew up, all born, still a nation, all the way.
What do you guys have to say to the people saying the Texas defense is going to be too much for Aaron Rodgers tonight?
there's a reason he's a 4-time MVP and a Super Bowl champ, even though he beat us in that one. But still, it's Rodgers, baby.
Like he said, 4-time MVP. It's Aaron Rodgers. Let's go.
What do you guys think of the game tonight?
We're gonna win. Yeah, we're gonna crush them.
What score are you thinking?
28-24. 24-20.
Okay. What are you guys thinking? Texans got a really good defense. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is up to the task tonight?
Yeah, he's gonna throw like 2 to DK, and we're gonna run some too. Yeah, I think Texas secondary is gonna get overwhelmed with the coldness.
Yeah, you think so? It is really cold out tonight. It's not cold in Houston, so it might be to your guys' advantage. Where are you from?
Rhode Island.
All right, nice. What do you think of the game tonight?
I think the Steelers are going to take control, hopefully get their first playoff win in a minute. Yeah, feel good about it, though.
There's a lot of people saying the Texans defense is really good. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be up to task tonight. What do you think about that?
I think we're talking about Aaron Rodgers right now, top 5 quarterback of all time. If there's anybody on the team I'm worried about, I'm not worried about Aaron Rodgers. I think the Texas defense, a little overhyped. I think we're DK back. I think we have in for a good one tonight.
Where are you guys from?
We're from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, right?
Yep.
All right, what are you guys' thoughts on today's game?
I'm a little scared about the defense. Their defense is really good, by far the best defense. But honestly, I think we got it. A-Rod just needs to lock in like he did back in 2011, and our defense got to play good.
What do you think?
DK is giving belt. Stingley ain't covering nothing. It's over with. Texans defense terrible.
Texas defense terrible? All right.
I mean, number 1 defense in the league right now, but that don't matter when you play in Pittsburgh. Come on now.
I think right around where we were standing, there was a funeral for the Steelers defense a couple weeks ago. What do you think they're going to do tonight?
What are you talking about? They're going crazy. First off, all right. We got Joey Porter Jr.
We're getting Jaguars.
Come on now.
We're getting Jaguars. Freaking Jalen Ramsey tonight, bro. I'm telling you, he's locking in.
Jalen Ramsey back in his
He needs
prime.
to lock in, 'cause
JPJ, TJ Watt going crazy is good.
Against the Ravens, he didn't do good. So we have to big turnaround week, especially with the defense. Offense, if the offense play like they did last week and the defense plays up maybe like they did against the Lions, dude, I think we're gonna win. I honestly do. I don't see anything special about Houston's offense. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I think that you guys have the better offense, but they have the better defense, so I think it's going to be a good game. But what's your message to CJ Stroud?
Let me get that.
All right.
Hey, CJ Stroud, you're a bum. Nico Collins is locked down all night. It's over with. Don't matter.
What do you think?
Hey, bro, we got Alex Highsmith, Cam Hayward, Keanu Benton, TJ Watt coming back this week, bro. We're good. Trust all day.
All right. Where are you guys from?
I'm from Pittsburgh, Columbus.
Okay, Ohio?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, what are you guys' thoughts on tonight's game?
Got to hold back that defensive line. I think we got a shot. I'm hopeful. Not 100% certain, but I think we can pull out a win tonight.
Okay. If CJ Stroud was standing right next to you, what's your message to him before this game?
Be scared. That's it. I said go Bucks, but not tonight. I think team.
Let's go Steelers!
What's your message to CJ Stroud?
Throw 3 interceptions.
Good. I like it. That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Under 100 passing yards.
Yes.
What do you think the score's going to be?
I'm going to go with 21-17 Steelers. I'm going to go with a surprising 35-21 Steelers.
Okay.
That's a
Defensive
bold
touchdown.
Bold score.
Defensive touchdown from the
Defensive
Steelers.
touchdown today.
Who's going to get it?
TJ scoop and score.
TJ scoop and score?
Oh, yeah. That's bold.
Who do you got making the play of the game tonight?
I think Nick Herbig strip sack. biggest play of the game for sure.
Channel a little inner Brandon Graham in the Super Bowl, maybe?
100%. 100%. Need
All
it.
right.
Need it out of
All
him.
right. Where are you from?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
All right, and then what are your thoughts on tonight's game?
Let's go Steelers.
What if you could give a message to CJ Stroud before this game, what are you telling him?
Well, I love the Buckeyes, so I wish CJ the best of luck. But Steelers going to win, and we're going to do it in famous fashion. Let's go.
What's your score prediction?
I'm going to say 27-20.
And who's making the big play to win the Steelers the game tonight?
DK! DK, your boy, dude!
Where are you from?
Texas.
Texas?
Yeah.
You're not a Texans fan, though? A Steelers fan?
No.
What are your thoughts on today's game?
I think it's going to be a close game. They got a good defense. Our defense is going to have to show up. Rodgers is going to have to be on. Metcalf's going to have to be on. It's going to take a full effort from everybody. It's not going to be easy.
What's your message to CJ Stroud?
Let me in the game. I want a piece of him.
Okay. And then, what do you think the score is going to be tonight?
I'm saying 13-10. Steelers.
All right. And then, who's making the big play to seal it for the Steelers?
Why, you know it's got to be TJ.
Okay.
Got to be on the defense.
Okay.
Renegade's going to play. People are going to go crazy. TJ's going to take over.
From?
Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Okay. What are your thoughts on tonight's game?
I think the Steelers, I think it's 31-17 Steelers.
What's your message to CJ Stroud?
Enjoy the cold. I mean, dude, Pittsburgh's a wonderful city, but I don't think he's going to get to enjoy it too long because it's going to be a struggle.
Who do you think's making the big play tonight for the Steelers?
Kenny Gainwell.
Kenny Gainwell?
He's been my guy all year.
Super Bowl champion Kenny Gainwell.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
All right, what are your thoughts on tonight's game?
I don't know, man. Texans defense, you really got to watch them. But I think if the offense helps the defense and the defense helps the offense, I think we'll be all right, personally.
Who do you think's making the big play to give the Steelers to win tonight?
I'm going to say A-Rod's going to have 4 touchdowns. A-Rod to DK, 68-yard touchdown.
What do you guys think about the game tonight?
We're excited. We're nervous. We've never won a road playoff game, but the Steelers have also lost 6 straight from what we're hearing. I don't know.
Except for last week.
I'm hyped for it. It should be close. It should be close.
What do you think?
Like D'Amico said, I think it's going to be old school football. I think it's going to be a defensive game, low scoring.
And that would favor the Texans too. Defensive game.
I like to think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys definitely have the better defense.
You guys got a Watt on that other side.
I'm not a Steelers fan. I'm not a Steelers fan.
Well, the Steelers got a Watt. Somehow they stole a Watt from us, but our defense is pretty nasty. We were getting hyped today watching some little hype videos for him.
Is it true that J.J. Watt narrated the Houston Texans hype video before this game?
Oh yeah. He was on McAfee today, like watching it with them. Yeah, oh yeah. He did a good job. I would give him a 9 out of 10 for performance. He's got a second career as a voice actor of some sort.
We interviewed a Steelers fan. He said J.J. Watt shouldn't be allowed at the game. Yeah, no. Shouldn't be allowed at the game tonight. What do you guys think about that?
No, that's garbage. J.J. is a good human being first and foremost, and his brother plays for the other team, and he's never done anything to like purposely make the Steelers fan base not like him.
Where are you guys from? Texas?
Yeah.
From Houston?
Yeah, we grew up west of Houston in Katy.
Shout out Katy, Texas.
Katy High School.
Shout out Katy.
Yes, sir.
I've been to Houston twice, maybe 3 times. I liked it. I liked it every time I was down there.
You must not have gone in the summer.
It was actually the spring. It was really hot out.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's Houston for you. But yeah, no, we grew up there, went to high school in Katy, big powerhouse football program. This guy was on the football team. I was not. I was too lazy.
All right, that's going to do it for us out here at the Pittsburgh Steelers tailgates ahead of the game between the Steelers and the Texans. Monday night NFL wildcard football. Shout out Will behind the camera. My name is Brendan Flato. Back to the studio with the GameTime Sports Show. We are now going to be joined by Kyle Cameron from the Springside Chestnut Hill Academy Interact Championship football team. During his 4 years at SCH, Kyle earned all league honors multiple times while collecting offers from multiple Division I programs and recently committing to play Division I football at Monmouth University. Let's now take a look at some highlights from Kyle's senior season. All right, and we are now joined by Kyle Cameron of the SCH high school football team and the next Monmouth University Division I football player. Kyle, how are you doing today?
Good, Brandon. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So, to start off the questions here, how did you first get introduced to football, and when did you realize that it was something you wanted to pursue at a high level?
Well, I have two older brothers, so they played. They both played CYO football. One played high school football. The other one, he had a lot of knee injuries, so he didn't play school football. But kind of learned from them, and then my uncle played Division I football at Villanova, so my family's very committed to football. So, and we always watched the Eagles together, and I kind of got introduced to it, and I was always the bigger out of my siblings, so it kind of came from there. And then I started playing CYO football, and a lot of the coaches saw my potential because how big I was.
All right, and then as an offensive lineman, what does the day in the gym look like for you?
So you always want to start off with your heaviest lift first because that's when you're going to have the most energy. So we start there with either bench, squat, whatever else, hang cleans, and then kind of go down towards there. You want to make sure you get a lot of stretching in beforehand. And then mobility is big for an offensive lineman, being able to bend and stuff. So that also, but then to finish off the lift, you get into your minor lifts, and then you kind of go down the totem pole from there.
And then to follow on that last question, when you're at practice out on the field, what does a day at practice look like for you?
Day of practice, we'll stretch, and then we'll hit the shoots so we can stay low during our run blocking, and we'll steps through there. And then we hit the sled, we do our steps on there again, and then we drive it. And then we'll usually do some offensive lineman drill, pulling or something, or running. Make sure we get each sequence of run play good. And then we'll go into run game time up where we'll get the quarterbacks and we'll get the running back in. So we run all our run plays there because that's what our big team is. We're a ground and pound team. That's what we've always been. So run game is a big part of our team. And then we'll do a nice pass blocking, some pass blocking. So we'll either do blitz pickup. So if we see a team that blitzes a lot, we'll do some blitz pickup, how they blitz. Then we'll do team, and that's pretty much for offense.
You mentioned run blocking and pass blocking there in your answer. Which out of those two is your favorite as an offensive lineman? Run blocking or pass blocking?
It's always good to run block zone. Then it's always a good pleasure when the quarterback's able to throw it downfield and get a big gain. And pass blocking is fun also.
How would you describe your style of play, and what do you think sets you apart on the field?
I'm a very physical offensive lineman. I feel like I like to really attack off the start, put them into the ground, and have the running back run right behind me.
You played multiple sports growing up. Do you think any of those help you with football?
I wouldn't necessarily they help me. I feel like they help me with time management because time management is going to be a big thing in college. So being able to have different sports, it's very time consuming. And if you don't play another sport, I feel like it can kind of like drain you in college.
What out of all the sports you played other than football, what was your favorite one?
I had a base run in my days. I feel like I had a couple home runs, but had one really good year, but then the other years were kind of one big hit, and then the rest of the season wasn't too great.
I feel like I saw a couple of those home runs during Summer Sandlot 12U.
Yeah.
Saw a couple go out of Pico Field. Are there any coaches that you have had throughout your career that have left a big impact on you? And if so, what sets them apart as a coach?
I would have to say a lot of coaches like thanks to Coach Knox and Coach Daring, I would say. I mean, Coach Knox brought me into SCH. I didn't even know about SCH until he told me about it, and it was a great. I found it to be a great place. And then Coach Daring coming in here, he came in here sophomore year. He's an SCH alum also, and he played football at Townsend, Temple, and Virginia Union. So he played Division I football, so he knows a lot about the football game and a lot what it takes to offensive lineman at the collegiate level. So that has helped me. And he's very young too, so he knows a lot. And then he also played at. He went to the Steelers and practiced with them for a little bit, so he has a lot of experience. And I'm always able to hit up about recruiting and stuff, and which is great.
How important is it for the offensive linemen to all have chemistry with each other and know where each other is and know each other's roles actually on the field during each play?
It's very, very important because uh, I've had I've had Matt McTavish next to me and then Kyle Knox next to me, and we always have good double teams. I feel like, and especially this year, me and Kyle really had good double teams this year, and that's why we were able to have over 2,000 running yards this year, and then also just making sure everyone's on the same page, and that's why we do all those drills and run game time ups every week, each practice, because you got to know your assignment, and if everyone knows their assignment, you have to have trust in each other and to job.
You mentioned you had over 2,000 rush yards. That's very impressive for all the people watching. When you look at some NFL teams through their 18-game schedule, they might only get 2,000. You guys played, what, 10 this season?
10.
That's very impressive. And then you've played a lot of football games throughout your life. Walk us through your pregame routine before each game.
Pre-game routine. I like to get something to eat beforehand with my parents. Go out somewhere. They'll make something for me. Just relax a little bit and get the mind right, and then take a little nap. Maybe just relax a little bit, watch some TV or listen to some music, and then head to the school. Get ready. Listen to music on the way. Maybe go to Wawa or something, get some Powerade, and then get some fruit because get the carbs in, which is good right before the game. And then get ready, and then warm up, and then we'll pray before game.
Are there any pregame rituals or superstitions that you do before every game?
Yeah, definitely pray before every game. Gotta give all glory to God, especially for being able to play this sport at a high level, especially.
And then you guys defeated Malvern Prep this year to win the Interact Championship. How did it feel to get that big win?
I felt great. I mean, it's been a long time coming, and they just love us, and they put us in a good position to win, and we were able to go out there and execute well. I mean, Malvern's a great team. They've been a great team for a while, but that's a big win for us.
You guys won it on a walk-off two-point conversion. When you got the play on the huddle there on that two-point conversion, what was going through your mind?
I mean, everyone's got a little nerves in them, but we practice that play every game, every practice, and when we're done, our team will go to the goal line and run that play every time. So it was we've run it before, so it wasn't too nervous, but I have trust in my quarterback and Aaron to get it done.
Your team has played for the Interact Championship the past 3 seasons. What about this year's team that was different that put you guys over the edge?
I think the guys, I mean, ever since freshman year, we know our potential, and then it grew as we brought other kids in because just the talent in the room, because we have so many collegiate football players in our class, and then the underclassmen being able to be there for support. But huge senior class, I think, really got it over the top. And because all of our linemen were seniors, our quarterback was a senior, and then most of our defense was returning starters. So they were able to have trust in our defense a lot of the time with being able to know where the guy's going to be and stuff, because it helps a lot when you have an experienced defense. Sure, we were one of the best defenses in the state, playing top talent all over.
And then congratulations on the Interact Championship, first off. And then also congratulations on committing to Monmouth University, where you recently committed for your college football. What ultimately led you to choose Monmouth, and what made that program feel like the right choice for you?
I feel like they're a great program, first off. And I love the coaches there. Their head coach, he just retired. He had a good career. He's the one that he built the whole program from over the last 33 years. Monmouth didn't have football before, so this is their second head coach coming in. So he's going to have some connections which will help with alumni. I wanted to make sure I go to a good place with alumni that can get me somewhere after football. That was big importance to me. And then I wanted to be close to home so my family could support me and cheer me on, because they're my biggest supporters. They're always at every game cheering me on loud. And then the offensive line coach, especially, he's produced a lot of good players on the offensive line.
So there's so much talk right now about the recruiting process for high schoolers with NIL and the transfer portal. What was the process like for you personally?
It was a long process, sure, but you just gotta stay patient, and things will work out in the end. I mean, transfer portal is big time. I wanted to go to a place where they recruit guys and they'll develop them, utilize them, and that's exactly what Monmouth does. They get a lot of high school guys and they develop them, and then they actually go up to transfer because that's how good their offense is. Their offense is one of the best in FCS, so probably the best in the FCS because they just had a guy, the running back just went to Miami, Ohio, and then the wide receiver is going to UCF. So definitely helps a lot. I wanted to go to a place that recruits high school guys, and they have some transfers in. The transfer portal is starting to become normal now, so they're not going to be a place where they don't recruit out of the transfer portal. So.
Yeah, it's crazy all the different ever-changing world of college football right now. It's got to be crazy being a high schooler going through all that because I'm sure like even 2 years ago, if you talk to some of your other teammates who got recruited, it's a lot different for you now than it was for them.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you've won awards, made all-star teams, been all league teams throughout your career, both in youth football and in high school football. Is there any distinction that stands out most to you?
I would say my junior year when I won the most improved player. That was my first full year starting, and being able to put all the work I put in to get that award is I'm honored. And then definitely senior year when I was able to get first team all league and allow 0 sacks, which was a big importance to me because I left a few sacks that I wish I got back my junior year. So not allowing up any my senior year was big time, especially going up against schools like Malvern, Haverford, Hahn, and Roman. Those are top programs around here.
And then if you send any message to a young football player who wants to play football or any sport in college, what would you tell them?
I'd probably tell them if they're getting recruited, stay patient. Your opportunity is going to come. You got to make sure you reach out. Always reach out. Even every week, you got to make sure you reach out, and then kind of just like make sure you put work in every day, even if it's little. But something's better than nothing. I've always told myself. So, yeah.
And then this is my final question. We ask it every week. What is your go-to pregame hype song? There is a right and wrong answer to this question.
All right. Being from Philly, I always listen to Dreams and Nightmares. It's not like that's one of my go-to, and then maybe a little If We Being Real by Yeet, and then throw in some Little Baby and Young Boy in there.
So last week the answer we got was Dreams and Nightmares from our interview, and that's also my song. So I'm partial, but I think that's a pretty good one.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Kyle. I wish you the best of luck during your senior year, and then good luck at Monmouth next fall.
Thank you, Brendan. Have a good one.
Have a good one. All right, and that will do it for this week's edition of the Game Time Sports Show. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you tune in again next Tuesday at 5 o'clock for next week's episode. Have a good night, everyone.